That one scores for Rapach.
An 11-kill game. She's got her last 4 in double figures. Isabella Rapach. Timmer called off. Edmond denied. Rapach shows she's got it on the blocking.
Gives them space and an opportunity to score, but she's so deceptive. As the match goes on, we'll show you just how deceptive she is. She has that ability to set good sets, but then smart, and then the highest level for a setter is a tricky set, the unexpected perfectly executed by Tuaninga.
That was the equivalent of a layup to Corey Lewis, who hammered it down. One of the 4 All-Stars, the 6th pick in the draft out of Florida State. Edmond over for Rapach. Here's Cox. Now Hentz. And another one left high for Edmond. Rookie setter goes once more, and they find the wheelhouse of Lewis.
There's the tricky set. She's
former Western Kentucky Hilltopper, Kaylee Cox. Ceiling and IQ on Angel Perez, the Fury head coach, is so high on. She has to shovel that over. Tuaninga saved it, and then Edmond just wiper blading that with the deflection to the back. Rapach got the back row moving in the wrong.
As you see, landing out of bounds.
5 went to Tallahassee for 2 of their selections in the top 3 rounds. Head and Lewis. Ramelsberg. Hence knew it right away. Got to the knees.
I feel like I see and I can really appreciate is the defensive setup by the back row. And if you're in the right angle, you can dig some balls. These people are used to digging hard hits. You have to hit exceptionally well off the block and between defenders in order to score in this league.
Tapped over from Edmond. Columbus trying to keep Atlanta out of system. They got back into it, and Head finishes the job.
Right there.
Down there. Cox, another wet spot. Rivera falls again. There was a hockey game in this building last night. Returning from the 4 Nations NHL play back underway. That's wide on Beeson.
Really nice change-up shot there by Terry. Just giving it a little touch over the block and challenge.
Here is the rising star, Raina Terry. It's off speed, and it's got to the floor from Beeson. Mia Tuaninga. Rivera, Kaylee Cox with the block touch. Takes set 1 for Columbus. First point to Columbus in set 2. Well, the errors they were making, not just the attack errors you can live with, but in reception and the pass game have really cleaned up.
The location of the set, again, Beller forced to be reckoned with out of the middle.
Rapach. Finally get her a swing off the right. Repelled enough, and now she's ready defensively.
Well, this is what Angel Perez said his team is going to do occasionally. You're going to see a triple block here. Take a look at how all 3 blocks taking space away.
Cox, Lush, and it was Morgan Lewis leading the way the first time these 2 met for the Fury. Lewis has played sparingly of late, had 19 kills. They were trying to find consistency on that right side. How about the back row from Edmond, and Ramelsberg says rejection.
Holy moly. Take a look at this. So she's got just great rhythm on her approach that allows her to swing big every single time.
Speaking of swinging big, there's Beeson. Now has to defend. They reload. And the rising middle.
Fury and Beeson missing that opportunity to step in and help with the block.
Rapach. With that great swing to the corner. Pinpoint precision for the 5 answer.
And we talked about Lewis and her ability to touch, and she's going to be able to hit all sorts of weird angles, so we'll see if Columbus can defend her.
Walker back in for Ramelsberg. Vacant space open along the Atlanta back row, and Cox makes no mistake.
Cox, look at how she approaches inside the court, 14 digs. Who gets 25 kills in this league?
I know, Rapach's season high is 23, and she hasn't broken it since. to thunder blow through the middle.
Well, when you can pass well enough to run, receive, doing a good job of setting their middle.
Walker, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Part of that draft class entering the 2025 season. Rapach from Cox to Aninga. Rapach, the all-around game on display with the block.
Well, did you see how Rapach came in to help on that? So as a right side blocker.
Of a perfect attack game so far, hitting 500. There's the hit over by Head. Started collegiately at Arkansas before finishing at Florida State. Slide from Ramelsburg. Block is there from Head.
Well, Taylor
holds the PVF single match record. 6 aces in a match. That was with Orlando on this floor last March against Columbus. Quick transition though, and they go to Edmond.
Well, when you have a good pass, you can overload that left side area of the court. Take a look at the middle attacker going up, and you don't really know where she's going to swing from. And as you saw in the replay, the block not in front of her because of the set.
Return to sender from Walker from the University of Arkansas. Comes on to serve and goes at former collegiate friend. And Ramelsburg's block seals the deal on set 2 for the Fury. Everything going their way.
To work hard, I like hard work, I like manual labor. Very weird things for someone to like, but I do. I do miss playing. I still play for fun, and I do miss coaching. I'm ultimately a gym rat. I like it. Coaching, you get lost in it. Saying you keep me in there 3-4 hours, and it goes by so fast. I can say this.
Logan Tom with us, VP of Player Personnel for the PVF. Teams have changed points early in this third set, and that's the second kill of this third set from Leah Edmond, one of the best in the league.
What do you think of Leah Edmond as an outside hitter? No, you went to Stanford, and so on the Atlanta side of the net, of course, Morgan Hans had a stellar career at Stanford. What was your experience like playing at Stanford, winning national titles, being All-American? Talk to me about your college career.
College career, wow, it seems like a million years ago. I'm so bad at these questions. No, I mean, I love seeing, obviously, Mia, I love seeing her play because I have Hawaii roots too, so any kind of upcoming poly makes me really happy. But I think just in general, the competitiveness with all these girls and the teams, I think that's what's catching the eye is the parity between all these teams is so good. You never know who's going to win one night or not. Like, for example, like Columbus is on a winning streak. It's always going to be competitive. It's always going to be a surprise to see what comes.
Beller serving. Raina Terry rips it through the seam. 7-6. Well, we know we got a lot going on. We had a busy day yesterday. We really thank you for stopping by.
Love that ball up.
Cox to Aninga. Leah Edmond. Just majestic when she elevates and suspends in the air like that.
Yeah, so fun to watch, and you can see that when she's got one block in front of her, she can elevate all 3 options in the front to go to.
She had an excellent year last year, was second team all-league. Raina Terry, 2 in a row, this time from the defensive perspective. Yeah,
Raina Terry does a really good job of lining up nose to nose with this slide attack, and then you can see how she sweeps
Center,
it.
Audrey Flaw. Glad you're with us on this Sunday afternoon from Nationwide. Beeson popped right back from where it came. Ramelsburg.
It's setting up an opportunity for your block to read what the predictable swing would be.
Almost had an ace there. It was rescued by Edmond. She's had her work cut out for her in the receive game. Big swing, Beeson. Ramelsburg. Beller fought it off. Taylor Head and gets one to go for the vibe.
That's just a star. 6'3", touches 11 feet.
To Aninga, over, Kaylee Cox wedged it in between that block. Ramelsburg going on the slide, little give and go with Rivera. But there's Lewis. Feeling comfortable right at the logo in the middle. Georgiadis put it over. Long extended rally, and Lewis.
Service error.
Little deep from Ramelsburg, who's really been working on that aspect of her game and made her such a credible threat from the line. Rivera pulled a quick trigger with the left hand. And then that cross quarter, Anna Dixon's
defenders
come
to
on.
dig that kind of a ball up.
But Raina Terry shows her range. Great and receive. Columbus go back up by 1.
Raina Terry feeling confident here. The
On.
oh,
Now it's Beller to serve. Beller, it's long. The vibe is starting to change in Columbus. They've won 3 in a row. 4 of 5, first sweep of the season.
this is great. Another big win at